Hello, critters. Welcome. Sorry for the being late a little bit and the scuffed start. You don't... Oh my god, I was muted. Hello, everyone. Welcome to my scuffed start and a little late, like usual. Today I'm gonna do some scenes with Tiled. Tiled is a program to make scenes. It's great. It's open source. Let's open up a browser here. Just give me a second. I hope everyone's doing good. I haven't been streaming for a while because I was doing stuff AFK. I was having the time of my life, and yeah, I'm back. I'm gonna make some streams about. I've got a huge backlog of things that I wanted to do. But I started wanting to do that a couple months ago, but I need to do them. Damn. So on my first episode, I coded a button using Lua, and well, basically, I want to make a game with Lua with this engine called Love2D. I like it a lot, and yeah, it's gonna be about the swamp and some critters. And I was thinking, like, I've had a bunch of ideas for that stuff that maybe some people heard about, but basically, I've just been derpifying it. I've just been simplifying my whole entire project. To make it more realistic, because I'm a self-learned. I'm learning to program, and what happens when you learn is you like stumble upon things and start understanding it, and you kind of want to like conquer the world at once. So that happened to me. I'm getting over my megalomania of knowing things. So yeah, I just want to do a game. I don't have like a big idea as to, like, I don't want to do the big game. I don't want to do something that's gonna like make success. I really just want to make a prototype that's gonna be fun. It's gonna include stuff, that's relevant to me in my life and the people I meet online. And there we go. So, Tiled. Let's bring up the browser. I hope the volume is not too high. Yeah, there we go. Make it a little bit better. Hello, 2-Bit. I see you've written in my chat while I wasn't there. Sorry about that. Tiled. I already have it, but let's go on Google. Flexible level editor. So it is a level editor. The engine I'm using does not have an interface. So yeah, it doesn't have an interface. It's more like a collection of libraries that help gaming, that help link the programming language to the operating system and the hardware inside of my computer. And so you can use pretty much anything you want to, like, as a tool. You don't need like an integrated tool, but you can either do it manually with text, but that's kind of not optimal for me. There are some tools that are nice to use. So Tiled is one of them. The website is Tiled. Well, it seems like it's mapeditor.org. Of course, HTTPS. And they have the source code on GitHub. They got a forum, Discord. It's a really nice editor. I like it. Basically, all I'm gonna do now, well, I'm gonna put this on the side. Boom, there you go. This is styled. Just the size of that window a little bit. Cool. Let's go create a project. I do not have. I do have a repository for that. Like it's already part of a project that I wanted to do around PonsCom podcast, but I'm gonna leave them alone. I'm just gonna do my thing about a swamp and some critters. So my idea was I wanted to have like it's a swamp, but it's in the middle of a computer simulation, and I have these little tile sets I got from itch.io. This one was for free, I think, or maybe really not expensive. It was like $2 or something. You can get some really decent assets from itch.io. Yeah. So basically, the tile set. Creative project. How do you style? It's pretty easy. Tiles will create its own. It has its own. Go to love project. New folder. Swamp. Academia. It's gonna be the title of that project for now. Right. Let's make another folder for tile. And I'm gonna put my project here. Nice. First thing I need is a tile set. So that's what I was doing earlier. Now we got based on tile set image. That's what I'm gonna do. So you can have like tile sets with it could be just one. Could be just one tile in one PNG. You can make an entire tile set. I'm going to do the way that game developers do most often is to have one image for the whole tile set. We're going to name it swamp source. Tile is really cool. It's going to do a lot of the back end, the stuff that's under the hood for your project. So that's really cool for that. Just give me a second. I'm gonna open my own stream to make sure that I'm streaming. Also, I've got a new mushroom. It was made by, I've had that mushroom for a long time, but it was made by OscarTheSheep. Great guy, makes great art. Look him up at the PonsCom podcast. So Tile, what it's gonna do is it's going to do a lot of the stuff under the hood. It's going to create the config files for your tile set, so it's going to be easier to integrate in a project with a programming language later, whatever language you use. So I'm going to be using Lua tiles. When I'm done my tile set and my scene, I can export export a Lua file that's going to basically turn it into code, turn the map into code, and then that just makes things much easier. Right, so I have swap tiles here. Gonna make a new map. There you go. Orthogonal. Right down, that's good. Here we determine the size of the tiles themselves. So that's where we can see the grid in the tile set. It's 32 by 32. And let's say, how about 20 tiles? Yeah, let's do 30 tiles by 20 tiles. So that's 800 by 700. Which is going to be scalable. Well, it's not exactly 800 by 700, but I can add border, so that's going to be scalable easily. Now we've got our thing. Get rid of this. First thing first, when using tile, you need to. This little thing is called embed tile set. Not sure why you would not want to have the tile set embedded, but you can do that if you want to. But I need it embedded. So you do that before you start making your map. It's gonna save you a lot of trouble because every single tile. Like if I had put tiles here before embedding it, it would have been unembedded. Second thing I need to do is make a layer. So now I'm going to make the walls. I want walls to be collidable. Therefore, I'm going to make a layer. Well, there's already a layer here. Call new layer. Let's go to properties, name, floor. Inside of properties, I can put custom properties, but I'm not going to. So that would just add an argument to the table. First thing to do is make the walls, the external walls. All right. By the way, the music is from Nebula Breeze on YouTube. So, this artist, Nebula Breeze, it's pretty good. I mean, it's generative AI, but it doesn't have that little buzz in the background that Suno has. I don't have time to create a bunch of music. I'm a musician, very modest musician, but I just don't have time to do it. know, I kind of like the idea of streaming, but I never really wanted to necessarily do live streaming. It's really just because of a lack of time and motivation to really, and I guess know how networking, experience, a bunch of things, to make like short form videos. I'd like to do that as well. Eventually when I have like, but I like to do it with my own content. I don't want to just pick someone else's video and review it and call it a content. Like, I do watch a lot of people who do that, so I guess, you know, it's not that I'm against it, don't really care, but didn't really want to do that. I just, you know, I wanna use the channel as a way to motivate myself. Wait, this is a mistake. Those are not floors. See, I made a mistake already because I'm distracted. This is not a floor. This is a wall. So this doesn't matter. It doesn't change the property. It's just the name of the tile. Well, I guess the name of the layer, yeah. And so then I'm gonna be able, when I do make collisions inside of with the code, I can just call them wall and floor. Make it simple. And here I'm doing the same mistake again. Right, let's do a new layer. That's what I wanted to do. I'm gonna call it floor. And yeah, I'm gonna put some floor. Alright, let's do rotate the thing again. Rotate right. Shift Z. On the side, I think, so, right, the rooms I'm gonna make, they're just gonna be rooms. I don't know if anybody played Binding of Isaac. Yeah, kinda like the Binding of Isaac, where there's one little room. I mean, it looks like that. This tile set was advertised as a futuristic Zelda top set, which, I mean, yeah, futuristic Zelda style, I guess. I'm gonna make some stairs on these sides. Does that look like stairs? It does, but they're wrong. The wrong way. It still looks the wrong way. Let's do maybe use the ones made for. Looks exactly the same. I guess that kind of looks like it's going up or down. I'm satisfied. I'm fine with that. Should I change them to stairs? No, I'm just gonna make an area here in the code where change the area. An obstacle. So basically this would be the second room. I've already made the first. Or maybe not, it doesn't matter. I'm gonna try to make 5 rooms. By the end of the month, that's my huge objective today. Oh, and you know what would be really great is if I advertised my stream. That would probably help out a lot. Let's do that. And I might Oops. Can enjoy the music a second. I'm gonna try not to say every single thing I'm doing out loud. Right. This way I might get 1 or 2 viewers. That would be cool. Perhaps Ice Bean server. I like Ice Beans. It's always cozy. Nice streams. Resi, of course. Really. Alright, back to work. Back to the work. The work. Yeah, let's go. Alright. I got my wall, my little doors. Cool. Now let's put a second tile set. Is it fine? So, save the map, of course. Hello, Revy. How you doing? How's the volume? Can you is it like blasting super loud compared to my voice? I started the stream and forgot to advertise it, so I've done walls already. What I'm doing is I'm using this program. 20% too quiet. All right. Thank you. That should be better. Or maybe I should raise my voice. It's a little bit of both. Okay. So I'm using Tiled. Here it is. Tiled Level Editor. The website for it is mapeditor.org. mapeditor.org. It's very cool. Level editor. It can work with Unity, Unreal, Godot, or you can export it in a bunch of languages. So I'm gonna use Lua, of course, because I'm special. And we're gonna make a little map. So this one, I say it's gonna be like a let's see what other kind of tile sets I have. Tile set. I'm gonna call it nothing for now. I'm gonna look at. Well, of course I got the swamp tile set, but that's not gonna be a swamp level. So I'm gonna go into my. Welcome to my mess of a file system. This should... Stranded. There we go. The swamps. So I'm gonna use the stranded for the swamp. I'm using the stranded swamp tile set, this one, and I've modified it a little bit. This stranded is done by Penusbic. Damn, I should have written that in my video description, I guess. Let's go here. Yay, I know who you are, Revy. I know you. Stream settings. I guess I just gotta go into. I'm not gonna. I think I should do it right now because I'm not gonna do it later. If I say I'll do it later, so I'm just gonna update my video description to include those websites. So HTTPS map editor .org. And then Penusbic. Let's go and take a look at the website for Penusbic. I got his stuff. I mean, he's a pretty cool guy. You can, interact with, but hey, what the heck? But right, I'm just gonna make sure. Well, it doesn't matter actually if people know my name. I'm incognito. Woohoo! Penusbic. itch.io, by the way, is very nice. It's a very nice source of assets. If you're looking for assets and you're like, oh my god, what can I do? I am addicted to AI. I cannot do anything and think by myself. You can go on itch.io. It's pretty much the same, you still don't really have to draw anything, but instead of an AI who does stuff, it's people. So, Penusbic. Damn, I wonder how that's pronounced. Penusbic. Yeah, Penusbic, I think. I'm gonna declare that the P is mute because it's too difficult to say with the P. There we go. Right, one thing done. So I'm not gonna forget about it later. It's important to give credits where there's credits to be given. Now, another thing I'm wondering, do you see... Actually, I'll check it out by myself. I'm a noob, okay? You can make fun of me if you want. Generally, in life, it takes me about twice the amount of time a normal person would do anything, like, anything. Going for a sandwich, making myself a coffee. Sometimes I mess up my coffee, like I'll forget to put water, and I have to go back. Wait, again. Yeah, it's the wonders of ADHD. Great. So what was I doing again? Oh yeah, I was checking. If you guys can see my file system. I think you can, but it's blocked by the Penusbic browser capture. There we go. No, you can't see my file system. That's sad. Very sad. I'm gonna have to describe browser capture. There we go. No, you can't see my file system. That's sad. Oh wait, someone's here. Oh no, that wasn't the song. By the way, I'm in the live channel in someone here. Oh no, that wasn't the song. In my. By the way, I'm in the live channel server in my Discord server. The link is in the description of the video. Yes, and that link should still be good. Let's see. Yep, it still be good. It still be good. So if you want to join me, go into the Discord server that's in the description and go into the channel waiting room. There is no role assignment. You're just gonna be a scrub with no role. Just fine. Don't worry about it. If I like you, I'll give you the role to see the channels and stuff. You know. Yeah, the echo that was. It's fixed now. That was my bad. Alright. So what I wanted to do in this one, I wanted to be an office, sort of like a scuffed representation of an office. Because I have little characters in the game. This world is going to be the world of the. This one's gonna be the world for the snail. The snail's worst nightmare is to go back to the office. So I did buy a set of office tile sets. I'm just trying to find it. Guess isometric modern tiles. I'm gonna try modern tiles. That's gonna do it. Holy crap, that's so big. So many things. That's fine. We're gonna use this one. Interiors free 3232. And there we go. It's a free asset pack. Very simplistic. But yeah, it'll do. Yeah, some of the things are scuffed here, it seems. I don't know. Might not keep it. Let's go on itch.io. Office tile set 3232. Woohoo! There you go. $2. Pretty sure I bought it. No, this is the one I bought. Modern Office Revamped. Alright, you know what? While I do this, I'm just going to share my entire window. I'm just going to do source display capture. There we go. Yeah, it's going to be a Alright, and then we have infinite stuff again. No, so I'm gonna go on my other browser. I have two browsers. I'm a bad tech person. And Opera GX is like the worst browser ever, but I like it. It looks cool. It has really nice dev tools as well. Modern office, there we go. Yeah. Give me a second, my cat wants to go out. Come on, baby. Sorry about that. Let's go with the modern office. Oh my god, y'all see my, you can see how many things I have in my folders. My god. I'm being doxxed. I'm doxing myself here. It's so unsafe. People can see my files. Alright, Modern Office previous version. Okay, here they are. Here. I'm gonna get rid of this one. Oops. Well, I guess I'm gonna keep it. I would have to go and delete the file. Oh, they're still in the zip. That would explain why. Crap. There we go. Save this. Wait, what? It didn't save? No, I embedded it in the map as well. Okay, now it's saved. Hell yeah, an office. There's no office floors. So, oh yeah, those are floors. Alright, let's go. So yeah, you don't have to place one tile at a time. You can like pick up a bunch of things all at the same time. And I'm gonna make files. Nah, that's ugly. There is a way to. Well, it does kind of like make a different pattern. I don't know if from close by. Yeah, it's a little ugly. That's fine. I'm just gonna do that a little bit, and it's gonna like adjust, make it look a little bit more random. Yeah, there we go. Turn it around. It's a dirty office floor, alright? I'm not gonna put that much effort into a dirty office floor. But still, I find recurring patterns annoying in video games. Like, it doesn't really matter if the game is good. Like, I play Cataclysm. It's a game I like. it looks like ass. It looks like complete shit. You know, animations don't. There's not even animations most of the time. The characters aren't even moving. They look like they're from a freaking, like, you know, Bazooka bubblegum cartoon. I like this. Let's fight AAA gaming industry one piece of shit at a time. And you see, I don't know if that's good advice that other game devs would give, but if you want to make games, if you want to be a game dev, just be ready to embrace the suck. You're gonna suck for a long time before you start being good, and it's fine. It's all right. Okay, we've got a shitty, dirty office floor here that's been generated. Oh, there's like oh yeah, for the cubicles for the workers. I guess those should be obstacles though. So there shouldn't be that many obstacles. So I'm gonna put most of them close to the walls. It's not gonna be like a normal office, you know. Maybe I'm gonna put one cubicle in the middle, I think, yeah. And then the plan is to just have it a little bit like have it play like the Binding of Isaac, where your character goes around, but instead of having like an axe, like a melee weapon, it's just gonna be projectiles. I don't know what the projectiles are gonna be yet. I'm not gonna make any of this now, but it's cool to conceptualize, I guess. But yeah, projectiles come out of the character every 1 second or something like that. And whenever you pick objects up, you can like change the, you know, put more damage. I'm gonna play some games after I make that map. I'm gonna play some games where I took inspiration from to basically make this whole game idea I've got, make it realistic and possible. So simplifying it is a good way to go, I think. Don't once again here on the advice. Don't be afraid to simplify things. Don't be afraid to admit that you've been maybe a little too far in your own knowledge and understanding of things. Here, a little couch. I don't know many offices where you're gonna have couches in the middle of nowhere like that. So that's gonna be like the waiting room of the office, I guess. It's gonna make a pretty big obstacle though, so I probably shouldn't. I'm gonna put this now. One thing I'm worried about right now is why is it gray? Why would you apply some gray on my floor? What the fuck? What kind of tile set is that? Are you shitting me? Yeah, the background is gray. Great. Now, how to fix that? I need to go in Sprite. No, it's not gray. What the heck? It's supposed to be transparent. Oh. I guess some of them, like the couch, yeah. God damn it. Some of them have gray in the background. That's alright. I mean, it was $2, you know. I'm gonna start over. I'm gonna fix it. I'm gonna remove all of the ugly color here. Oh yeah, this artist, this one is from who? That's that page. Who made that thing? You can use the asset in any commercial or non-commercial project. Yay! Credits required. Yeah, okay, so I'm gonna put the credits in the... Who are you, though? Who is the person? Who is this? Author Lime Zoo. Lime Zoo at .itch.io. Ooh. Hey, Pork Chop. How you doing? Wow, that's cool. It's nice to see you. Honestly, like I have fond memories of when you drop by and ask me to scream hell yeah super loud in chat, so it's not really super loud, but you know, yeah, I got a vivid imagination, right? What was I doing? Yeah. Wait a second. I'm gonna hide this. Yay! Hey, I'm back. What's up? Let's go back to the all-seeing browser capture. Woohoo! Let's go back in Sprite. Let's remove these ugly artifacts because I'm gonna use the table as an obstacle. Yeah, so this is all game developer work. These are all things that you're gonna have to do if you want to make games. I'd say game developer is it's a multifaceted job. You know, if we call it a job, I mean, it's a job for a lot of people, not for me. But it's a multifaceted, you know, you need to learn a bunch of stuff that you might not think are related to game development. And then just react, just adapt to whatever environment you got, whatever, like I spoke to Tuna and he's got a game with Python, and I'm like, oh, I don't know Python that well, but I mean, it's part of the thing, like it's part of the adventure, I think, is that you're going to have to learn a lot of tools. So the trick is to just take it slowly, go one by one, you know what kind of tools you like. Don't lose time or waste your energy trying to argue with people about what's the best tools. You're always gonna face people who are gonna tell you that you suck. That's just, humans are like that. But I really like Sprite. Some people, I have Krita, I have like other programs that I like to use them. I'm not very good with them. Like Krita is I mean, people make really cool, you know, they've got these brushes and these, like, you can do like your painting with your hands, you know, when you, and you can like isolate colors, and so you can go all over it. But when I end up working with these kind of assets, it's very difficult. First of all, here, I mean, this is a 256 color Is it? I think it's 256, yeah. 256 color. And it's very simple, you know? There's no, There's no, maybe I should turn off my Steam. Right. Yeah, there's no like shades, there's no shadows. It's all very simple. Why would you ask me to... Do I click X? Wow, thank you very much for saving my project. Warning message. Right. So when people make assets with handmade, you know, and they use like shading tools and stuff like that, you're gonna end up with a palette of like 2,000 colors, and it's like So often what I do is I just take those assets and I put them in in a sprite with a palette that I like, and so it's easier to manage. That might have been what happened here. Like the person might have like drawn some of those by hand, and then the shading is just appears as one uniform color. It does look like that. It does look like those were shadows or something. Some kind of visual artifact of some kind. I don't like them. I'm removing them. So yeah, just like Tiled and Tiled and Asprite are two programs I like a lot. I like them because they're configurable to the max. Like you can configure every single aspect of your workspace. I mean, I guess any level editing or pixel, you know, any kind of digital art program, you can always customize it, but Asprite and Tile, they're built around that. They're built around the fact that, well, I guess their creators like to have like very customized, specific work environment that it just works. Whatever just works for you, take it and use it. Like I said, don't argue about what the best work environment is. You have to try things here and there and figure it out by yourself. Yes. I think I'll be fine. Lamp. Oh yeah, that's the those are the virtual artifacts from scaling, because the set is 1616, right? On the website, 1616 here. So they just so the person just scaled it to 32, and it kind of like, if you're a good artist with sprites like that, you can make some just random regular objects of daily life and post them on itch.io, and you can sell it. You saw how this like this tile set, this person Lime Zoo, they made $10,000 with their little tile sets. I mean, and here you go. No, $36,000 with it. So that's very good, just with one asset pack. Different parts of it being sold separately, of course. So I mean, it can be you can you know, $36,000. You could freaking use that as a down payment for a house. Oops. Okay, I'm gonna save this as Control-Shift-S. now let's fix this. I'm just gonna go back to where I was. Get rid of this. New tile set. All right. Let's go. Okay, right. Let's make a like an entrance. Like this. A little bit bigger. Okay, and then some carpets. Wait, is the carpet? Right, let's do the tiles. I don't want to spend too much time on it. Like I said, it's a dirty office floor. So what I'm doing here, I'm just rotating it a little bit, like every second, and then sweeping around the place. The character's gonna enter by the south, and there's gonna be a little office. I mean, like, you know, reception. The reception. Wait, no, I need this. No, why does it? Okay, that's probably something I've done wrong here. It's not in my. It's not there. Tile set. Because it is transparent. Use transparent color. Is that it? Yeah, that's what it is. Cool. Embed. Don't forget to embed. It's important to embed the tile set in your map, otherwise it's going to be difficult to code it later. I guess, yeah, the pieced up desks. That was the coolest one. And it's working. Alright. Once again. A dirty floor. It is but a dirty floor. I think that's random enough. Cool. tool. I scuffed the wall, so let's... put that back. What? Oh, that's the one that's not embedded. Oh, it does that. Oh, it puts it here. Whatever. Okay, finally, I'm gonna put a desk. To make it. Oops. No, I wanted to make a wall. Oh, I called it swamp, which, I mean, it's kind of like counterintuitive because it isn't a swamp. But here it is. I'm gonna make a third layer called objects. Yeah, it's kind of ugly though. We shouldn't see. The perspective is kind of scuffed, so I'm not gonna. Just gonna use the same direction. I mean, who cares? It's an office generated by a broken computer, AI, reproducing a version of reality based on signals it got from the internet. So it doesn't have to be very accurate, right? That's the backstory of this scene. We're gonna have some cubicles. Oh, what is this? It takes one entire tile? Are you shitting me? So what I'm gonna do... That's garbage. Okay. There's gonna be 2 obstacles. I mean, it already takes a lot of space. I'll just put it up here then. And this shit, I'm gonna make it a floor object. Yeah, otherwise... What? It's great. Bro. Why did it revert to gray? Transparent color. It does set as transparent color. I don't know why it's embedded. I'm gonna lose my mind. I'm gonna fucking flip. Right, I'm not exactly sure what I've done wrong, so I'm just gonna start again. God damn it. I mean... Alright, here we go again. New tile set. I think that what I've done is I've transparent color, modern office. What the heck happened to my... What happened to my spar? Oh well. Okay, pop. I'm gonna unscuff myself for a second. Oh, lie. I don't know what's wrong. I think what happened is someone came inside of the someone came inside of the Discord but didn't say hi or anything. He just left, and so it fucked up my Fugai setup, which I'm gonna go back to. All right, everything's hidden. And me, I am the host. That's my face, by the way. That's me. Long time, well, not that long ago, like 5 years ago. It's not bad. I mean, it's a good thing that reactive does not keep the authorization on for too long. The downside of it is that I have to remember it. The morale is active. Alright, now if anyone drops by, please say hello, and yeah, it should work now. There we go. Guest PNG. URL active deck. Good to go. Alright, I'm back. Hello. Woohoo! Oh, you want me to beat your work bully? I can do that. I mean, it depends like how much it costs to go there. You know, I'm not very big either. Like I'll give it a try. I'll give it a big try. But I'm kind of small. You know, I might get my ass handed down. But I'll try. I can bite. You know, kick in the nuts. Honor is for losers anyway. Okay, I've got my host. Display capture. There we go. We're back on track. Okay, transparent color. I've got my set, modern office. I'm not gonna embed it Well, save as this one. Overwrite yes. It is working now. Yep. Once again, the floor I didn't want to spend so much time working on, but I've been working on for like 40 minutes. Oops. Yep, that floor is here. It's right there. Let's do it again. Oh, if I just hold rotate, it does it automatically. That's great. Alright. That looks random. Floor. Good. Okay. Cubicles. Let's do it. I'm just gonna put that in the middle. Literally downgraded the office to just what the Alright, here we go. Shit. I'm taking the right tile sets. For some reason it does not remain. Oh, I know why. It's in the same layer. Well, hopefully that's why. Yes. Yeah, because this, the difference between tiled and just doing this crap with Sprite is that it separates each tile set. Like in each object I put, it's separated, and it's an object on its own once I output the script. That fucking cubicle, I'm gonna get it done. No giving up. I don't think I can do my thing where well, I'm gonna create another layer called classable objects, or like I'm gonna call it no call, as in no collision. It's gonna be a layer of things that's not working as intended, but you know, it looks okay. Otherwise, if I didn't do that, these 3 tiles would have been collidable. Well, they would be included in the tiles that would make uncollidable. Little cubicle, now we're gonna have like an office inside of the cubicle. I'm gonna make a desk. It's gonna be 2 desks. One in front of the other. Oh yeah, that's gonna be the best office setup. 1 desk in front of the other, and this one is collidable, yeah. And absolutely no purpose to having a wall in between them, just so that, you know, just so that the 2 people working there cannot talk to each other. Just to for better performance, you know. This kind of looks like ass. Damn it. Oh, I would have to put the computer on top of the computer. Yeah. I'm gonna create another layer. You know, it doesn't matter how many layers, because that's just gonna be a list of arguments in the code. So it doesn't really, like, I'm just gonna make a list of the ones that are collidable and a list of the ones that are not. So, what's it called when it's not a furniture, but called it, you know, woohoo! That's a little computer. I'm gonna put 2 for productivity. A little printer. That's a pile of books. I'm gonna put a pile of books on the ground. No, it's gonna be the one. Projection figures when, you know, when your boss calls you and they want you to do better. No, this one's gonna be on the cubicle. Oh, this looks like an office. Alright. Absolute still life. Look at those. Oh, there's like setups already made. Yeah, but that would be kind of lame. I'll just use the one I make myself. It's empty. Nobody's there, so we're gonna have a chair like this. Yeah, in the layers, whatever you put on top appears on top. If you can remember that. Otherwise, it would have, like if I used objects, it would draw on top of it. Break machine. I mean, snack machine during the break. Or not. I mean, I don't all just eat snacks during breaks when I work. Generally, whenever I have a time to, you know, waste some time and be paid for it, I'll take it. Now, I hope there's no employers that look at my YouTube history. Honestly, if there's an employer that looks at my YouTube history, I don't want to work for these people. It's fucking weird. Let's put a little plant here. Another little plant on the other side. So it's going to justify this. Yeah, basically, I could just get rid of it. Like, there's no call. Some terrible art. It doesn't really fit with the side of the walls, right? Well, whatever. that? Yeah, it's a chair, I guess. It looks a little bit like a toilet for men. A toilet for people with penises. Coffee machine is so important. Like, you know, food, drinks, it's very important. Put a little chair here for like me. That's me. I brought my chair up next to the coffee machine at work. I'm not a good employee. Please don't hire me. No, there's not going to be any money. That's not that kind of office. Yay! I guess that's one map. No, I'm going to put more stuff. It's called Adorn, so I can just go crazy on it. Maybe it's gonna be collidable, maybe not. Doesn't really matter. That's not the point of the game. That's just so that it looks kind of cool. So that we have our little our little snail critter. That's a lapsus. The snail is completely and entirely based on a character that already exists. I hope they sue me for that. That would be cool. Like, I haven't been in a good lawsuit in a while. Oh, that's why. It's on the other side. Let's keep adding things. I think there should be a little bit of everything everywhere around, but the thing is, it's kind of limited. Everything seems to be in the same direction. Everything is just facing the screen. So I mean, it would be cool to have an obstacle here as well. Maybe like a little place to hide. I'm gonna put a table, another table, yeah. This one. Nah, it's really ugly. If I don't put it on this side, it's extremely ugly. Just gonna use this then. Chair. It should be the other way around. Objects. There you go. I think those are, what is that? It looks like a screen. I mean, there are screens, of course, but what the flip? It looks better from far away. I don't think it belongs on the ground, though. We're gonna put more coffee machines. Yeah. This. It will just be the same, it's just kind of lame. So like this. Oops. Alright. So the character is 32 by 32. And so there's gonna be room to maneuver and hope. But that's not something I should be thinking of now. I'll just just paint. I'll just draw. Oh yeah, a little bookstore, bookshelf objects. I'm gonna put bookshelf here. No, that's gonna block the. Here. Maybe if I mirror it. Yeah, that's alright. No. The second one's gonna be empty. Alright, now I'm gonna put the waiting chairs at the bottom as well. Hopefully it won't look like crap. No, it looks alright. Nice. Alright, here we go. We've got an office. That's great. Control Shift S. It's in the right place. It's saved. Alright. Great. Internal server error. What does this mean? Does this mean I'm scuffed again? Let's see. Enough display capture for you people. Yay! I like the morel mushroom. The reason why I asked Oscar to make a morel mushroom. It's not the cutest mushroom first. Yeah, that's one of the reasons. It's not the cutest mushroom you can think of. Like, you know, mushrooms are supposed to be sort of. It's the stuff that eats you when you die. It's not necessarily. Oh, wait a minute. Now you've got a white screen. Yeah, it's rare and tasty. That's true. If you and it grows into the burn. It grows where forest has burned. So it grows where there's nothing else, and I kind of do that. Like, I like to go places where, you know, when everybody else went, yuck, this place sucks. That's where I generally pop up. I'm like, hey friends, how's it going? Put underneath. Hey friends, how's it going? Alright, I made one map. We're gonna take a little break. I'm gonna put some video for you. I need to take a break because I'm a smoker. Yes, I have to do that, but it's a good thing because when I'm streaming, I don't smoke. I don't smoke at my office, and so it's a good thing. So now there's this tiny little video from Unclassified, which, oh my god, I'm not even subscribed. They make videos about spy stuff, and that's every Canadian Secret Service explained. Just gonna stop the music. We're gonna watch this together. I'm just not gonna be close to my microphone, and then I'm gonna comment on it after. Yep.
Yes. This is Canada's primary human intelligence and security agency. The most important thing to understand about CSIS is that it is not a direct equivalent of the CIA or the FBI. It's a unique hybrid. Like the FBI, its primary mandate is to investigate threats to the security of Canada, including terrorism and foreign espionage within Canada. It also has the authority to collect intelligence on foreign threats abroad when those threats have a direct link to Canada's national security. Since 2015, CSIS can conduct court-authorized threat reduction measures in limited circumstances. Unlike the CIA, it does not have a broad mandate to collect general intelligence on foreign governments' political or economic plans. Crucially, CSIS has no law enforcement powers. It cannot arrest people. Its job is to gather intelligence, analyze it, and report it to the government. CSE. This is the direct Canadian equivalent of the U.S. National Security Agency. CSE is Canada's Signals Intelligence and Cybersecurity Agency. It has two primary missions. Offensively, it collects and analyzes foreign electronic communications, such as radio signals, phone calls, and internet traffic, to gather intelligence. Defensively, it is responsible for protecting the Canadian government's computer networks and information systems from cyber threats. Under the CSE Act of 2019, CSE can conduct defensive and active cyber operations against foreign targets with the required approvals, and it cannot deliberately target Canadians or anyone in Canada. CSE is a key member of the Five Eyes Intelligence Sharing Alliance, working in extremely close partnership with the NSA and the equivalent agencies in the UK, Australia, and New Zealand. RCMP. The RCMP, or Mounties, is Canada's national police force, and it plays a critical role in national security that is distinct from CSIS. This is a key difference from the U.S. system. While CSIS gathers intelligence, the RCMP handles the law enforcement. If CSIS investigates a suspected terrorist plot and determines a crime is being planned, it passes that information to the RCMP. The RCMP then conducts a criminal investigation, gathers evidence that can be used in court, and makes the arrests. In the U.S., the FBI does both jobs. In Canada, they are separate. The RCMP's National Security Criminal Investigations Program leads these cases, often through integrated national security enforcement teams. CFINTCOM. This is the intelligence branch of the Canadian Armed Forces, functionally analogous to the U.S. Defense Intelligence Agency, but structured as a military command rather than a separate civilian agency. CFINTCOM's mission is to provide credible, timely, and integrated defense intelligence to support Canadian military operations at home and abroad. It is responsible for all levels of military intelligence, from analyzing the capabilities of foreign militaries to providing tactical intelligence to Canadian soldiers on deployment. It brings together all the intelligence units of the Canadian Army, Royal Canadian Navy, and Royal Canadian Air Force under one unified command. FINTRAC. This is Canada's financial intelligence unit, making it the counterpart to the U.S. Treasury's FinCEN. FINTRAC's mandate is to detect, prevent, and deter money laundering and the financing of terrorist activities. It does this by analyzing millions of financial transaction reports from banks, insurance companies, and money services businesses to identify suspicious patterns. When it finds evidence of illicit activity, it discloses that financial intelligence to the appropriate partners such as the RCMP, CSIS, and other law enforcement and national security agencies for their investigation. FINTRAC does not investigate or arrest. CBSA. The CBSA is responsible for border security and is a key part of the security intelligence community. It is the Canadian equivalent of the U.S. Customs and Border Protection. The CBSA's intelligence role is to identify and intercept people and goods that pose a threat to the country before they can enter. This includes stopping known terrorists or foreign agents from entering Canada, preventing the smuggling of weapons or illicit materials, and gathering intelligence on human trafficking networks. CBSA leads enforcement at ports of entry, while between ports border enforcement is typically handled by the RCMP. ITAC. While CSIS investigates specific terrorist threats, ITAC is the body that puts it all together to create the big picture. Housed within the CSIS headquarters, ITAC is a national intelligence hub that analyzes information from all sources, including CSIS, the RCMP, and foreign partners, to produce comprehensive terrorism threat assessments. It is the organization responsible for assessing and recommending the national terrorism threat level for Canada, while Public Safety Canada issues the official level. Think of ITAC not as an intelligence collector, but as the central analytical brain that provides an authoritative view of the terrorism landscape for the entire Canadian government. Canadian Centre for Cybersecurity. This is the single, unified, public-facing hub for cybersecurity in Canada. While it is a part of the communications security establishment, its role is distinct. If CSE's main job is to secretly gather foreign signals, intelligence, and protect government networks, the Cyber Center's job is to be the public shield. It provides advice, guidance, and services to protect the critical infrastructure of Canada, like banks, power grids, and hospitals. It is the organization that issues public alerts about new malware, shares threat information with the private sector, and helps coordinate the national response to a major cyber attack, alongside broader government leadership such as public safety. IAS. This is the Central All-Source Intelligence Analysis Unit for the Canadian government. The IAS sits within the Privy Council Office, which is the department that directly supports the Prime Minister and the Cabinet. The IAS does not collect its own intelligence. Instead, it receives intelligence from across government, from CSIS, CSE, the RCMP, the military, and integrates it to provide the Prime Minister and Cabinet with objective assessments on issues of national importance. Its role is to ensure decision-makers have the clearest possible picture before making critical decisions. Global Affairs Canada. This is the intelligence arm of Canada's diplomatic corps. While CSIS conducts clandestine human intelligence, the Intelligence Bureau at Global Affairs Canada is responsible for the overt collection and analysis of political, economic, and security information through its network of diplomats and embassies around the world. It provides a crucial, on-the-ground perspective rooted in diplomatic reporting and open-source analysis. Its work ensures that the intelligence community's assessments are informed by a deep understanding of local context and foreign policy implications. Thanks for watching. Which of these agencies do you find the most fascinating?
Which do I find the most fascinating? I mean, they're not really fascinating. They're kind of like, I hate them. I hate them. No, I mean, we need these agencies to maintain order, I guess, in our country. Canada is the best country in the world, and I don't actually believe that, but apparently we're a very good country. So this is interesting because we don't talk about Canada a lot in politics because Canada is a very small country. But I mean, we're part of the G8. We're kind of influential when it comes to international politics. In a few days, let's go into Google. Let's check Mark Carney, our Prime Minister, our big Prime Minister Mark Carney has made a statement about Palestine. So I'm going to go Mark Carney, Palestine state. Right. CBC. Canada plans to recognize Palestinian state in September. So that September is now. So I'm waiting for this. I'm waiting to get news for that. Here we go. So Prime Minister Mark Carney says Canada will recognize a Palestinian state in September if the West Bank's governing body agrees to make certain commitments. The Prime Minister said the Palestinian Authority must hold an election in 2026 and commit to other democratic reforms. Preserving a two-state solution means standing with all the people who choose peace over violence or terrorism and honoring their innate desire for the peaceful coexistence of Israeli and Palestinian states as the only roadmap for a secure and prosperous future, Carney said during a news conference on Wednesday. Look at him. I mean, he's our generic white guy. We like him. I voted for Carney just because I didn't want the conservatives to come in, but I had no idea who that guy was. He worked for banks. He's a bank guy, so I'm not really, I'm not necessarily happy to have him as a prime minister. But he looks like he's competent. And a lot of people are saying like he's got some support from both sides of society. So from the conservative side and the progressive side of society right now, and so he's in a good position to maybe. Well, I mean, they have a minority government, and so um, yeah, I don't know how what the strategy is going to be. I don't know how they're going to push for for the representation of the Palestinian state. I know that there is going to be $5 million allocated right away. Like if the West Bank accepts the like if it accepts the conditions, which I mean they're not. The conditions is really just no Hamas and hold elections. I think by 2026, and then there's going to be a $5 million allocated to sort of oversee the election to make sure that it goes well and that it isn't necessarily influenced too much by the lack of funds that either party might face. Um, okay, so here we have the Palestinian Authority currently controls part of the West Bank through the Fatah party. Hamas governs in Gaza. Neither territory has held an election since 2006. So it's been a while. Carney said Hamas can have no role in the election he is proposing. He also reiterated that Hamas needs to release the remaining Israeli hostages and said a Palestinian state must be demilitarized. I'm not sure about that. Like, how do you demilitarize an entire state, especially when they're at war? That's just it's just not realistic. No matter the ideology behind that. Like I'm a pacifist and shit, but that's just not realistic. Palestinians will probably want to have some form of military body. If it isn't an official body, there's going to be a militant body that's going to support because they want that. They want to have a way to challenge the monopoly on violence that Israel is exacting on them. And you can't really do that if you don't have an armed force. So, I don't know about that condition. I would just get rid of it. Like, I would probably Canada could help Palestine militarize itself. So, I think that they would need sorry for the ads. I think that they would need a better military body. I think it would be a big chunk of what Palestine would need in order to revindicate, to claim its independence and sovereignty over Israel, to be able to defend themselves if they're attacked, because they might, it's we know with Hamas and all, and they're terrorists and all that stuff, but like nations need armed forces. If the nation does not have armed forces, who is going to exact violence in the name of the state? It's going to be the Israeli state, of course, and that's bad. That does not look like a two-state solution. So I'm not, not really, not going to bet on that arrangement. I don't think it's going to solve much, but it's a step. It's a step in the right direction, I guess, as opposed to doing nothing at all and declaring nothing at all. In our judgment and the judgment of others, the prospect of a Palestinian state is literally receding before our eyes, the Prime Minister said. Working with others to support the possibility of a Palestinian state establishes that prospect. Canadian governments previously said they would acknowledge a Palestinian state only after a negotiated peace agreement between Israel and Palestinian leadership. Carney said that approach was no longer tenable. Carney said the ongoing threat of Hamas... God damn, that's like repetitive. So the ongoing threat of Hamas, the expansion of Israeli settlements in the West Bank, and the ongoing failure, quotation mark, by the Israeli government to prevent rapidly deteriorating humanitarian disaster in Gaza, end quotation, spurred Canada to make this move now. So basically they're doing it. It's not like Canada trying again to be like, hey, guys, let's try and do peace. And this, like, I think that Carney is going ahead with this, despite the situation, because there needs to be something. There needs to be some external actors that come in and tell Israel to, chill the fuck out and stop bombing Palestine. I think, like, there's a genocide going on right now. Some people would say that's debatable, but fuck it. Let's just go for it. It's very, very most likely a genocide. It's going to be remembered in history as a genocide. There's ethnic cleansing, there's war, there's civilians being targeted. They are being, the food is being, it's purposefully, the access to food aid shipments are purposefully reduced by the Israeli government. And so, yeah, there's like all the elements of a genocide going on there. And so I don't think that just expecting that the order is just going to establish itself out of the vacuum is absolutely unrealistic. So there we go. I wanted to go over Canadian politics a little bit because nobody does it, and so this is going to be more like a practice. I live in Canada, and I've done much political action in Canada from 2010 to 2020. Been pretty much taking a break of anything in my life for a couple of years, just trying to reestablish myself. It's like a midlife crisis before the midlife. It's like a quarter life crisis. I've been having a quarter life crisis. Carney was asked how likely it is that elections could be held given the ongoing humanitarian crisis in Gaza and heightened tensions in the region overall. Much has to happen in order for a democratic, viable state to be established in Palestine. We fully recognize that. Okay, what do you recognize? That was the most generic freaking sentence ever, but we're committed to help work as part of that process, but I'm not in any way or shape minimizing the scale of that task. Carney was joined by Foreign Affairs Minister Anita Anand, who announced 10 million, okay, there, I said 5, but it's 10 million, to accelerate reform and capacity building for the Palestinian Authority earlier this week. So that's good. We are going to fund the Palestinian Authority to be able to, build up national cohesion and spend it towards reforming and capacity building. So I would say that's extremely vague. Accelerate reform and capacity building, it's very vague. So what are the Palestinian Authority going to do with that money? I don't know exactly. We're going to know more in the future, I hope. Anand's announcement was made at a major UN conference convened by France and Saudi Arabia to find ways to preserve the two-state solution. Conservatives denounced decision. Of course, that's what they do. They are the opposition. The Conservative Party said in a statement that it supports a two-state solution, but also said Carney's decision is a reward for Hamas. Anyway, a unilateral declaration of Palestinian statehood without peace negotiation or a renunciation of violence destroys the path to a lasting two-state solution. Why? Anyway, worse, it legitimizes terrorism by handing political reward to a group that rules Gaza through fear, oppression, and brutality, the statement said. Okay, so basically it's just a long version of, did you condemn Hamas? Which he did, by the way. He did condemn Hamas, so shut the fuck up, conservatives. Just NDP MP Heather McPherson said she welcomed Carney's decision, but said it should have been made sooner. She also called on Canada to do more to end the humanitarian crisis in Gaza. Well, that's a good NDP opposition. Go, 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 Heather McPherson. I have no idea who Heather McPherson is, by the way. But she's based. She's super based. Yeah. That's not true. I know who that is. But I mean, they're rather new in the political stage, in the federal political stage, for NDP. I don't even think they're the leader of NDP. The leader didn't. No, the leader is Jagmeet Singh, which he's really cool, by the way. Jagmeet Singh. I really want him to be elected someday. I mean, look at this guy. Look at this guy. Oh no, that was better. Look at this guy. Like, he's hot. He's got a pink turban. Look at this beard, man. Wow. And he wears like the you know, he wears the executive suits, and he's pretty good. Let's listen to Jagmeet Singh talk a little bit. I think that's what I want right now. That's gonna make me feel good. Oh yeah, the Canadian Secret Service explained. So I mean, in my life, I've done activism a lot. In 2010 is when I started with the Occupy movement, Occupy Wall Street, and just Occupy in general. When it came, because I'm Canadian, we don't have Wall Street. The Occupy movement started in the United States. I got to it back then because I was subscribed to the magazine Adbusters. That's how I followed up, and I was sort of like radicalized towards showing up at events. I showed up at like more local events, and eventually I was in the west of the continent. Then I crossed from Princeton to Portland and spent some time there and did things, and eventually I got kicked. I got kicked out and I had to go back in Alberta. But I didn't get I didn't do any jail or anything like that. I just I had a travel ban for a couple of years, which is still active. So it's well, and because of that, and then I participated in a protest in 2010 in Toronto. I got arrested a couple times in protests, and eventually some agents from CSIS knocked at my door. So CSIS is Canadian Secret Intelligence Services, and what they do is they go see people who are radicalized, and they tell them, they try to sort of appeal to them in order to turn them into civilian informants. So they were like, hey, do you know anybody who makes who wants to do violent things, and so they wanted information basically, and it was very stressful. Like they must have thought I was really retarded when when they interviewed me, and they stayed for a while, which is like there was nothing really to. It's hard. It's dumb to say, but it's very hard to kick out agents like that. They weren't like. They didn't really look like secret agents. They were barely older than me, and they looked like, I think they were a couple. Like they looked like they were really close to each other, and they were kind of cool. They weren't. So they don't. I guess the cautionary tale from that is that just like what I should have done. I didn't get in trouble because of that, but. They could have like got information that would incriminate me, even though they don't have arrest powers. They can contact the police and then get that done. But I could have said stupid shit that would have gotten me incriminated. So the best thing to do if CSIS, if any kind of police adjacent agency shows up to your door, just don't talk to them. Be polite, but don't talk to them. You don't have to. I did it because I was stupid. But it's something that can happen. It doesn't necessarily happen to they don't send CSIS, and I guess it's got to be somewhat similar in the United States. They're gonna try and get civilian informants. It's the best kind of information they can get. They're not gonna target necessarily the most radical people. They're gonna target anyone they deem as vulnerable, I think. Anyone that would be likely to accept some money in exchange for information. So yeah, it can happen to you. It can happen to anyone when you do any kind of activism. It doesn't mean that you're in deep shit. It doesn't mean that you're gonna be followed everywhere. It just means that they noticed you. So yeah. And then I never got any trouble from that. In the end, I've just that's it. There's no moral to the story. That's all. And it's important to at least know the agencies, know what kind of legislation can do things. Because back then I thought that I had to talk to them. I thought they could arrest me and stuff. So I was like, damn, I need to like get out of this, and I need to like make up a salad of words so that they leave me alone. And that wasn't the right thing to do. I could have gotten in trouble. Jagmeet Singh. Did he do a statement? That's a year ago, 4 months ago. Alright, we're gonna listen to him. No, I've seen that. 1 year ago, 4 months. That's during the elections debate. Jagmeet has not made much statements since. That's 17 minutes. 4 years ago. Well, that's kind of cool.
Mr. Say, I couldn't let you leave without asking you again about the situation that's happening. Mr. Say, I couldn't let you leave without asking you again about the situation that's happening in Jerusalem and Gaza. We heard from the Prime Minister today, yesterday. He kind of basically had comments that were very similar to yours. I'm sure you heard those. What more does Canada need to do to achieve peace in this region?
What's going on is very serious, and my heart goes out to the folks and the community members, Palestinians that are struggling with horrible loss and extreme violence right now. It is very scary, and we've seen some of the reports, the images. It is shocking and it is horrible. And so what we're calling on, and what I'll be calling on later on today as well, is that Canada can play a stronger role, and Justin Trudeau specifically can play a stronger role. One of the things that we've mentioned and other human rights experts have said.
So like Canada is very status quo works here. So I mean, Justin Trudeau, Mark Carney, same thing.
That we need to put pressure on Israel to engage in a peaceful resolution. And so one of those elements of pressure that we can place is making sure we're not selling arms to Israel that are being used in a conflict which is breaching international law or violating human rights. So that's a concrete step we can take, something that I support, and something that international human rights groups have said. We need to apply pressure so that we can encourage a peaceful resolution. We need peace. People in Israel and in Palestine have the right to live in peace, but we need to apply pressure to achieve that.
All right, pressure. I mean, that's true. I guess maybe Mark Carney providing.
If you're an American, you've been
no, thanks, Ben Jordan. It's okay. So, yeah, Mark Carney's gonna give 10 million to the Palestinian Authority. So I guess that could apply some pressure. That could be seen as some kind of pressure. The people in Israel are probably not gonna be super happy about that, which is cool. Yeah. Okay, back to my. No, okay, yeah, I wanted to talk about Jagmeet because he's a good guy, and he's the opposition in Canada. There's not much to talk about there's not much else to talk about in Canadian politics that I would like to talk about. So let's see. It's been a very, very quiet night for me. I guess maybe if I had prepared better, it would have been a little bit better, but whatever. And so I'm gonna call it a day, I think, unless like someone drops by in VC and really wants to talk about something. I don't really see anything else. I'm gonna make more maps. I'm gonna announce it, and this time I'll be on time. So of course, in any case, next Sunday 4 p.m. I'm still gonna be doing some workshopping, and next time I'm going to be coding the map, and I'm gonna try and add a character and move around the map with it, and test the collisions. So that's gonna be the next Sunday. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take the map that we've made today. Wait, this one. All right, let's go back to display capture. I'm gonna take this map, this cute little map, and I'm going to code it so that it has collisions, and then I'm going to add the player character here. It's gonna start here, move around, and well, I'm a slow guy. It's probably gonna take it's probably gonna take some time to do that, and so I'm just gonna limit the next episode, the next stream to that. Let me put some music for the outro. And I am going to add the video about the Secret Services. Yeah. I'm gonna add that to the stream description. Thank you very much for coming. For the few people who came, I appreciate it a lot. If anybody who was watching this video afterwards, if you have any questions about the whatever my project is, or just how to use tiles in general, you can reach out on Discord. The link is in the description of the video. And don't be shy. Say hi. Ask away your questions, and I'll do my best to respond. And yeah. Well, thank you very much, everyone, and have a good day.